Hey, crypto fans. Today, we're going to be talking about a project called Wealth Management and all the pros and cons that you need to know. So with the bear market firmly here, a lot of people are looking to stake and yield their stablecoins in some of the biggest APY hitters. And one of the big APY hitters on the market at the moment, as you probably know, is Wealth Mountain. Now, I know a lot of you are out there thinking, is Wealth Mountain sustainable? Up to 5% APY is absolutely insane. And with Wealth Mountain's big growth over the last month or so, a lot of people are looking to invest into this. So, in today's video, I'm going to look at some high-level overview of what Wealth Mountain is, for those of you that don't know, and I'm going to put together some of the pros and cons that I think will help you on your journey to doing your own research. But before I jump into all of that good stuff, if you're new to this channel, my name's Christian and welcome to Crypto OG. It's my aim in this channel to give you all the good, the bad and the ugly stuff in crypto space in the shortest amount of time possible. If you're feeling generous though and you want to help the channel out, please hit that like button, smash that subscribe bar and tickle that bell notification, because this will give you all of the cool news and reviews and overviews as I print them. And of course it helps the channel and I would really appreciate it. So now let's get into the video. Remember, anything you see in this video is not financial advice. A lot of the crypto projects, especially in the DeFi space, are highly risky. And my videos are just here to help you do your own research and should always be seen as a starting point and not the point to take. So how does Wealth Mountain work, you're thinking? How do you stake? What are the options? What are the features? Well, let's do a quick overview and have a look at the website. As you can see here on their DApp, you've got an option of the coins you can yield or stake. There are two missing, which I will go into a little bit later on the pros and cons. But for now, you just choose the coin you want to stake and say you've read the frequently asked questions. If you're not sure, I do suggest you read them. And it says a minimum of 10 BUSD, which is the minimum amount you to stake. But you just go in there, type in the amount you want, you click approve and you stake it. It is pretty much easy. It is also important to read the info here, which is the staking fee, which is a flat 10%, and obviously approval is required. Also, before you stake, you can go down here and look at a potential earnings calculator. If, for instance, you was going with the $100, you can look in there. You say you want to stake it over an amount of days of, say, for instance, you want to do 1 month. And you'll look here that your $100 would be total 54 in rewards, 2% earnings per day on that. And you'll be looking at $1.80 per day, which is not too bad. 2% is probably one of the highest out there for this kind of money at the moment. So that tells you a little bit about entering your stake. On here, it's also got in your current stake and yield if you want to look at it. So going back to actually the wealth management website though, it is important that you do look in the TVL, because the TVL is pretty important. It's the portfolio value, and it'll tell you where the fees are getting generated into what markets. And they've got a cool little feature now that tells you the portfolio dashboard, which is them being transparent of where they're investing your money. Unfortunately, you'll see here it's got V2 migration here on the Polygon and Avalanche, and that's because them contracts seem to have gone. They probably fell out of their bottom. And here it says unavailable on the Phantom network. So at the moment, we are just looking at the Binance and the Ethereum. So I will give you a little bit more information this in the pros and cons at the end. But for me, I just wanted to highlight that out, that is a big major concern, that some of the contracts have already fell out of their backside. Also, it tells you about their portfolio value, which is just over $500,000. And it's got the wallet address there for them to be transparent. As you can see here in the portfolio dashboard place, this is where the funds are staked in order to give you an APY. And if you go down here, you can see that there are some really high risk projects in here. So not only do you have to have complete confidence in Wealth Mountain, you have to have complete confidence in every other project that Wealth Mountain is staking these funds. Now, we did cover some of these projects on the channel and they do seem to be going pretty okay so far. And have a look at their frequently asked ask questions up here. It does give you a wealth of what the risks are, what the sustainability is, what the platform is. And I've overlooked every single one of these, and I'm just bringing together what I think the pros and cons of the project are. So for me, if you want to look into this, go into the wealth finance part, have a look into the DApp, see what it is you want to invest in, how much you're going to get return on it, and have a look, is that enough for you to be a risk versus reward? Now let's jump into the pros and cons. Now I want to go over the pros and cons, and then after that we'll end the video with my final thoughts. But please remember that these are not pros and cons set in any fixed context. These are just my views on what I think are the pros of this project and the cons of this project, and why I'd be super cautious if I was going to put my money into any project like this, not just wealth finance. So let's jump straight into them. One of the top pros, obviously, straight off the bat, is the IAPY. They are one of the highest on the market, so let's hope that that could be sustainable. Another pro is that the team are trying to do the right thing. They are trying to be very transparent. They are giving you a lot of information about how high risk things are and what it is that you should be looking at if you get into this project. Again, another pro, like I've just said it, or they are very transparent. Also, you can take your funds out at any time, which to me is one of the massive pros. A lot of these kind of other projects, even some of the projects that Wealth Mountain are invested in, do lock you up for 30 days. Another pro, we've seen that they had a great FAQ section. They have a lot of information on there if you want to look at what this project is all about. It doesn't tell you how to invest, and it doesn't give you kind of a dummies guide, but it does give you what they are looking to do and how they're looking to sustain this project. And lastly, on one of the massive pros as well, which we'd like to see on a lot more projects, is they have a great protocol risk section, one of the best I've probably seen, that tells you that this project is super high risky and why it's super high risky and what you should be looking to do. So that's the pros. Now, obviously, you're really eager to get into what I think are the cons, and this is not just with this project, this is with a lot of other projects as well. So straight off the bat, one of the cons is there's a big chance that the rewards payout will outweigh the revenue. Now, this is anything that's offering this high APY, there is a chance that this is not going to be sustainable for the future, because their investments are going to have to pull in a lot more APY than they're kind of shelling out. And if they're the highest on the market, there's not many places that they're going to go with the readjustments of, you can see the people they're investing in, that are going to get that APY back. Also, a massive big problem, and this has killed a few projects in the past, which I won't name, but if you've been in this space a while, you will understand it, is there's no anti-whale protection, there's no limits to what you can draw out, which means if they unstake and collect the rewards at the same time, this contract will get drained. And we have already seen this on 2 contracts, and the project is super early and it's already had 2 contracts, 2 of the top ones absolutely tanked. So that is leading us on to one of our other cons. 2 contracts have already gone this early in the project. 2 have already gone, and I will say, if you're invested them, you need to go on the DApp page and fill out a form, because they are trying to stick to what they said and sort of give you some compensation in the way of the people that have got funds still staked in there. So do go over to their DApp thing, fill out that form. Also, the KYC on the team has not been done. Now, this doesn't mean to say that the team's going to be dodgy or anything like that. They've just not bothered to do the KYC on it. They've probably focused on the project. A lot of people won't invest projects if the KYC has not been done on the team. But again, this is not the be all and end all. If you like projects where you like to see a face to the project, then obviously you're going to struggle with this one. If you don't mind being anonymous around the project, then you're going to be all right with this. And last but not least, the IAPY is only sustained based on their investments in other projects and at the right time, which to me means that no matter how good this project is, no matter how good the people are running it and how transparent they want to be, if you're relying on other projects and other APYs to sustain your own, then you're not really in control of your own project. You're not really in control of all your own investments, because you're only as good as their APY and their commitment to pay that APY. If, however, you was trading like a bit like Hyperfund does, you using AI trading bots, then you can sort of look at market conditions and be in control of where you put your money. If you're not, you're just at the mercy of other projects doing well and fulfilling their own commitments. So to me, that is a big red flag. And it's not something I like to see in projects. I like to see projects investing, but I don't like to see their main part of the project be based on other people doing well. Although things like drip and stuff like that have been doing really well. But so lastly, just closing off, according to Wealth Finance, they are still quite new and they are still building their portfolio and diversing. They want to put the right amount of capital into the right projects and sector of projects they want to do. But because it's so early and because they've already had 2 of the contracts fail, for me, there is still some rocky waters ahead. I know the team seem to be good and they are trying to do the right thing. But like I said, if 2 contracts have already gone and they are trying to rebase them at this early stage, there are some turbulent times ahead to maintain high, massive 5% APY. But let me know what you think in the comments. Thank you for watching this video as always. Don't forget to hit that like button, smash that subscribe button, tickle that bell notification. Until the next video, this is Crypto OG.